This evening, we're going to begin on page 157. Om Swami Saraswati Namaha Namaste. Tonight, we're going to study the Hanuman Chalisa. Let's all recite first, and then we'll go back and decipher the meaning, and then we'll see how we can apply that to our lives, and then we'll take any questions that may come, and we'll see how far we get. Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nija Manu Mukuru Sudari Baranavu Ragu Birama Jasu Jodaya Kupalachari Buddhihina Tandu Janike Shumarona Pavana Kumar Balabuddhi Vidya Devu Mohi Harahu Kalesa Vikar Siyapura Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavana Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar Jai Kapisa Loka Ujagar Brahmaduta Atulita Baladama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama Mahabir Vikrama Bajrangi Kumati Nivara Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchana Parana Viraja Subesa Kanana Kundala Kanchita Kesa Hat Vajra Udvaja Viraje Kandi Munja Janeu Saje Shankara Subhana Kesari Nandan Teja Pratapa Mahajakapandan Vidyavan Puniyati Chatur Ramakaj Kuri Peko Atur Prabhu Charita Suni Peko Rasya Rama Lashana Sita Manapasya Sukshma Rupa Dori Siya Hindi Kava Vikat Rupa Dori Lanka Jarava Bhima Rupa Dori Asur Sanhare Ramachandra Ke Kaja Sambhare Lai Sanjeevana Lakan Jiyaye Shri Raghubir Horashi Urlai Raghupati Kini Bagul Parai Tuma Mama Priya Parataki Sumapai Sahasapad Numero Jasagave Askaki Sri Pati Kanda Lagave Shanaka Adita Brahmadi Bunisa Narada Sarada Sakita Ahisa Jam Kubera Dikapala Jahante Kavi Kobi Kakisake Kahante Tuma Upakara Sugriva Kikina Rama Pilayana Rajapadadina Tumaro Mantra Bibhishan Namana Lakeshwara Boy Sabba Jagajana Jug Sakasajo Jana Parapadu Lilio Dadi Madura Palajanu Prabhu Mudika Melimbu Kamadi Jaldi Langi Gayachara Janadi Durga Makaja Jakatake Jete Sugrama Anugraha Tumarete Rama Duare Tumarakaware Hotana Agya Binu Besare Sabasukalaki Tumhari Sarna Tumarakshaka Kagu Kodarna Abanate Jasangharo Abe Tinong Loka Ankate Kabe Buddha Pisacha Nikatana Gingave Mahabir Japanama Sunade Nasiro Hare Sapapira Jabadani Rantara Hanumatabira Shakatate Hanuman Charabe Manakrama Pachana Dhyana Jolave Savaparama Tapasvi Raja Tina Ke Kad Sakalatu Masaja Or Manorat Joko Ilave Soy Amita Jiva Napala Pave Charan Juga Paratapa Tumhara He Parasiddha Jagata Kujiyara Sadhu Santa Ke Durakaware Asuni Kandana Rama Dulare Ashta Siddhi Nonidhi Kedata Asparadina Janaki Mata Rama Rasaya Tumare Pasa Sadarako Raghupati Ke Dasa Tumare Bhajana Rama Kobabe Janama Janam Ye Dukha Bisarave Antakal Raghupati Purajayi Jahana Bhakta Janamari Bhakta Kahai Or Devata Chitanadari Hanamata Se Sabasukha Karai Shakata Katimite Sabapiram Josumire Hanumata Balabira Jai 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 Hanumana Kosai Kripa Kora Guru Deva Kinai Joshata Bada Pata Kora Koi Chuta Kibandi Makasuka Koi Joya Paraya Numana Chalisa Hoy Siddhi Saki Gorisa Tulasidasa Sadahari Chera Kijiye Nath Udayama Kadera Pavanatanaya Shankata Korana Mangala Murti Rupa Ramalakana Sita Sakita Ridayavasa Kusura Boob Siyavara Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavana Sutta Hanumana Ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Let's return to the beginning and try to understand a little bit more about Chalis. Chalis means 40. It's a number. And there are 40 verses in every Chalis. And Chal means to move. And Isa means supreme movement. So Chalis means the supreme movements. We call them the adventures. The highlights of your life are the supreme movements. That which you make in your life, the most pronounced milestones that you reach in your life. These adventures were specifically demarcations in stages of your life. They were specific stepping stones in your life. There were times of your lives that we could all say, okay, that was a change, a major occurrence, an adventure. So let's read the adventures of Hanuman. Cleansing the mirror of my mind by the dust of the respected Guru's lotus feet. What a way to start. I'm taking the mirror of my mind. My mind is a shisha. It's a mirror. It's a dark one, and it's reflecting the purity of your grace. And hey, Guru, I'm taking the dust from your feet to clean the mirror of my mind so I can reflect only the purity, the perfect image, the image of perfection, my Guru. I describe the pure welfare of the respected Ram. He's just got pure welfare. The giver of the 4 rewards, that's Chatur Varga. And Chatur Varga, the 4 rewards of all, the 4 objectives of manifesting in a human body, Dharma, the ideal of perfection. Artha, the needs for physical sustenance. What do you need to achieve that Dharma? Kama, the culmination of desire. That means that any desire other than to achieve the perfection is varjit, verboten, out, nixed. And liberation, otherwise known as self-realization. If I want to get to self-realization and I'm going to practice my highest dharma, that is, I'm going to try to find the ideal of perfection in every action I perform, then I need the optimum amount of resources from this world in order to reach that optimum, that dharma, that ideal of perfection. Not too much, not too little. And then I get liberated and that's otherwise known as self-realization. You can call it by many names. Realizing myself to be of little and no intelligence. This is Hanuman saying, hey, I know I have little or no intelligence, and me too. I am praying to the son of the wind, Hanuman. Because I know I am of small capacity, you'll please excuse me, but I am praying to you. Please give me strength, intelligence, and knowledge, and remove all pains and impurities. Victory to Rama, the husband of Sita. Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai. Victory to Hanuman, Bhavanasutta, Hanuman ki jai, the son of the wind, Bhavanasutta. Victory to the great Lord Shiva, the husband of Uma, Umapati Mahadev, the great Lord Shiva ki jai. The ambassador of the respected Ram is the repository of extraordinary powers. The son of the shining one is named son of the wind. The great hero, most courageous, endowed with a very strong body, Bajrangbali, destroyer of negativity, the friend of purity. His golden body is beautifully dressed. Large rings adorn his ears and curly locks of hair. It's quite a sight. He holds a thunderbolt and a flag in his hands and wears a sacred thread of munju grass across his shoulder. So his janeu is made of grasses, munju grass. They're woven together to make the 9 threads of the sacred thread. He is an incarnation of the cause of peace, Shankar, and he's the son of the king of the monkeys, Kesari. That's his dad, is the king of the monkeys. The radiance of his light is worshipped in the world. He is full of knowledge, possessing all qualities, and very intelligent. He is always eager to serve the respected Ram. He always delights in hearing stories of the Lord. Ram, Lakshman, and Sita dwell in his mind. In a very small form, he showed himself to Sita, and assuming a tremendous form, he burned the city of Lanka. So remember, when he went stuck into where the Ashopati, the grove where Sita was held prisoner, he became a Musika shaman. He became as small as a machar. Mosquito. He became as small as a mosquito, and he jumped over the fence and he hid himself in the trees. And when everybody left the garden, then Hanuman showed himself to Sita and said, "I'm the ambassador for Ram." And she said, "What's this little monkey in the form of a mosquito gonna do with all these great big giant Asuras?" Yeah. And then he said, "Mom, don't worry about it. I can become big too. You know, with your grace, with your power, with your blessing, I can even become as big as you want." And he said, "Can I show you myself, my true form?" And he became as big as a mountain. And Sita was looking up at him and said, "Oh, it's okay, son, you just become small again." So in a very small form, he showed himself to Sita, and assuming a tremendous form, he burned the city of Lanka. So when he went to Ravan's court, he said, "Ravan, you gotta be crazy. You're gonna fight with Ram? You can't even imagine what you're doing." He said, "So many people have defeated you before. You think you're so great. You're just going to get wiped out. Don't do it, man. It's not worth it." Ravan said, "Nobody dares to talk to me like that. I'm Ravan. I make everyone cry. Let's cut off his head right now." Vibhishan came, discrimination. He says, "Hey, Ravan, my brother, you are the king and you are a great king and you can do anything you want, but Niti Virod Mariyadut. You can't, it's against ethics to kill the ambassador of someone who came to seeking peace. They didn't want to fight. They said, you give us a seat, then we'll go home. Huh? He's the ambassador of the opposing armies. It's not ethical to kill him. So Ravan said, well then, burn his tail, light his tail on fire, and let him take him out in the street, and let him dance with his tail on fire, and let all the Ashura children laugh at him, at this monkey dancing in agony with his tail on fire. So they took him out in the street, and they wrapped his tail with oily cloth, and put ghee on top of it, and Hanuman was just playing with them because he was really Shiva and he knew who he was, and he knew nothing was going to hurt him, so he just made his tail longer and longer and longer until the tail wrapped all the way around Lanka, and they ran out of cloth. And he was bound by chains, and he was a very big figure, bound by chains, and then they lit the tail on fire, and he immediately became so small, like the mosquito, and then all the chains fell to the ground. They were all tightly bound and wrapped around this big giant Hanuman, and suddenly he became as small as a mosquito, and so he escaped, and he assumed a tremendous form, and he went from building to building with the edge of his tail and set them all on fire. So he assumed a tremendous form as he burned the city of Lanka. With a gigantic form, he slayed the demons and made the respected Ramchandra's mission successful. So, of course, there were so many demons that could assume great size. Kumbhakarna, and Hanuman just became as big as him and punched him. He led the armies of Ram to success. He saved Lakshman's life by bringing the life-giving herb, the Sanjeevani. Remember, he couldn't, Lakshman was hit with the arrows of Meghnad, and he fell unconscious to the earth, and so they couldn't think how to save him. So Hanuman jumped into the city of Lanka and kidnapped Shushan, who was the Vaidya of Ravan. He was Ravan's personal doctor. He said, okay, you got to save this guy. He said, how can I save him? He's the enemy. He's the brother of the enemy. He's on our soil. He's come to attack us. He's a threat to our homeland security. How can I save him? And Hanuman and Ram told him all about the duties of a doctor. It has nothing to do with, a doctor has no enemy and has no friend. The only enemy to a doctor is disease. And it's the duty of the doctor, it's the Hippocratic oath, that every doctor, he's not supposed to look at the bills, he's not supposed to look at the insurance, he's not supposed to look at the quality or the character of his office, his suites of offices, or how big a clinic he has. He's supposed to look at the disease of the patient. And that is a true doctor. And if you transgress that vow that you took in order to save every rogi, every patient, then the medicines won't work for you. Shushan said, okay, go to the farthest reaches of the Himalayas and find the herb called Sanjeevani, and bring me that herb before sunrise, or Lakshman will die. Hanuman immediately jumped into the air and started flying towards the Himalayas. And of course, when Ravan found out, he put so many obstacles in Hanuman's path. Hanuman overcame every obstacle. He got to the mountain that he was supposed to visit. And he looked, and all the plants on the mountain were shining and sparkling and calling out to Hanuman, "Take me! Take me!" So Hanuman said, I'm such a stupid guy, I can't figure out which one is Sanjeevani and which one is another plant. And so he picked up the whole mountain and he flew back. And so he saved Lakshman's life by bringing the life-giving herb. And the respected Ram was so happy that he hugged him with delight. When Ram hugs you with delight, it's just like you're in the arms of God. Where else could you think to be? The Lord of Raghu, that's Ram, he's the Lord of light. The Lord of Raghu praised him highly, saying, "You are as beloved to me as my brother Bharat." I love Bharat. Bharat is he who is radiating light. And Hanuman, pure devotion, I love you too. And you guys are equal. I've got the light of wisdom and I've got the warmth of devotion. And you guys are two brothers to me. I love you both. Thousands will sing your glory, said the Lord of Lakshmi. Here he is as the Lord of Lakshmi, because Sita, of course, is the incarnation of Lakshmi, and Ram is the Lord of Sita, so he's the Lord of Lakshmi. So Ram is the incarnation of Vishnu, Sita is the incarnation of Lakshmi, so Ram being the Lord of Sita, he also becomes Lord of Lakshmi. The Lord of Lakshmi said, "Thousands will sing of your glory," with a fond embrace. Shanak and his brothers, Sananda, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar. Those are the four Kumars, the eternally young sages that came from the birth of Brahma. They were born from Brahma. And Brahma and other munis like Nara, Chad, is Saraswati. As well as Shesha, that's the serpent that holds aloft the universe. Jam is the god of death. Kuber, the god of wealth. The gods of all the quarters, the Dash Dikpala, Indra, Agni, Yam, Vayu, Varuna. Nairit, Varuna, Vayu, Som, Ishan, and Anant. The lords of the 10 directions, the gods of all the quarters, wherever they may be, poets, and that's kavis. And kavi is another name for rishis. And all the rishis and kavis and poets and not even scholars. Those are the guys who copy other people's works, nobody can enumerate your glory. You're hot stuff. You're cool. You gave a great benefit to Sugriv by making his association with Ram. Who placed the lost kingdom at his feet. Sugriv had lost his kingdom. He took refuge at Rishyamukh in a cave on top of the mountain. The mountain had been cursed that his brother Bali couldn't go there. Bali was looking to find Sugriv because Sugriv was a potential suitor for his throne. And Bali wanted to eliminate all competition. Nobody should be able to get my throne away from me. So, then they heard that there were 2 men wandering in the forest looking for Sugriv. And they thought, these are probably assassins that have come to kill Sugriv in order to make Bali feel at peace. They said, Hanuman, you go down there and find out who those 2 men are. And find out if they really come to cause us harm or if they can be befriended and become our allies. And Hanuman went, and by making his association with the respected Rama, with Sugriv, Rama placed the kingdom of Kishkinda at Sugriv's feet. You gave the mantra which was accepted by Bibhishan and he became the king of Lanka, as the whole world knows. So when Hanuman first went to Lanka, he met Vibhishan. He gave him the mantra Ram, Ram, Sukaranakaho. There, he continually recite the name of Ram, Ram. And by reciting the name of Ram, Vibhishan became the next king of Lanka, as the whole world knows. One time in your childhood, believing the sun to be a delicious fruit, which is millions of miles away, you jumped up and swallowed it. You had so much shakti, you had so much energy, you had so much prowess that you could swallow the sun. And actually all the gods had to come and pray, Hanuman, please, don't digest it, spit them out. The whole world's in darkness, nobody knows night from day, and everybody's in darkness, please release the sun. And finally he did. You leaped over the ocean, keeping the ring of the respected Rama in your mouth. So when Rama was when Hanuman was leaving Kishkinda to go out and search for Sita, Ram called him over and said, Hanuman, here is my ring. And I want you to keep it with you and keep it safe and give it to Sita so she will know that you are truly an ambassador of Ram. Thinking that it was nothing extraordinary. Of course, this is just daily, no big deal. He put the ring in his mouth, and he jumped over the ocean, and he flew all the way to Lanka. All the difficult tests in the world become easy by your grace. Hey, what you do is what you get. And everything that's difficult, if you call Hanuman, he just makes it a lot lighter and a lot easier to do. You are the beloved of the respected Ram, and you protect his entrance. So just like Ganesh stands in front of Parvati's door, Hanuman stands in front of Ram's door, and nobody gets in without paying obeisance to Hanuman. No one may enter without your order. All happiness is attained by taking refuge in you. What fear can come when you are the protector? Please control your brilliant light. The three worlds tremble at the sound of your tremendous roar. Gods or demons, ghosts or demons, cannot even come close to he who chants the name of the great warrior Hanuman. Nobody can come, only sadhus and saints can come close to someone who's singing chants the name of Hanuman. Hanuman will dispel all difficulties from anyone who remembers in thought, action, speech, and meditation. Above and beyond all is the King Rama, performer of purifying austerities. You help him in all his works. Any desire with which people come to you is fulfilled by you with the fruit of the tree of life. So he stands by the tree of life, he gives the fruit of the tree of life, and that is any desire anyone who wishes from Hanuman is gained by taking the fruit of the tree of life. In all four ages, the greatness of your light is known, and the world is aware of your extraordinary attainment. You protect the performers of purifying austerities and saintly deeds. Yay! You destroy the evils of duality, and you are loved by Ram. You are the bestowers of the 8 powers of attainment, as well as the 9 forms of wealth. This is Anima, Ladima, Matima, Garima, Prapti, Stamban, Uchatan, and I have it it's in the Tattva-Gyan presentation. You'll find all 8. I got 7 off the top of my head. Excuse me, it was a long day today. The 9 forms of wealth, those are the different kinds of wealth. You have the physical wealth, mental wealth, the wealth of love, the wealth of your soul, the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of... There are many. You'll find that in the Agni of a home, the 9 forms of wealth are also defined. And also it's in that Tattva Gyan presentation. This is the boon that Mother Sita gave you. You have the nectar of Ram's love. Always remain the servant of the respected Ram. All of us. Everybody, just become a servant of the respected Ram. By singing your praises, one can get Ram and be freed from pains of many births. Ultimately, such devotees will go to the city of Ram and always take birth with devotion to God. Hey, that sounds like a fun one. Every time you take birth, you've got devotion to God. Don't have to start over again. There is no need to contemplate other gods. By worshiping Hanuman, all happiness is attained. All difficulties may be removed and all pains destroyed for one who remembers the brave Hanuman. Victory, victory, victory to Hanuman. Give us your mercy, O beloved Guru. Whoever recites these verses 100 times, 100 times will be released from all bondage and attain supreme happiness. Whoever recites these verses about Hanuman will attain perfection and will become the friend of Lord Shiva. Tulsidas, who is always at the feet of Ram, prays, O Lord, please always dwell in my heart. O Son of the Wind, who removes all difficulties in the form of the image of welfare, always dwell in my heart together with Lakshman, Sita, and Ram, the King of all gods. Victory to Ram, husband of Sita. Victory to Hanuman, son of the wind. Victory to the great Lord Shiva, husband of Uma. Om. Om Swami Saraswati Namaha. Let's see if there are any questions.
Yes, so our first question is from Nanda in San Jose.
Namaste, Nandama.
She asked, when Hanuman met Ram, it was love at first sight. Does that kind of love happen only after lifetimes of prayer and sadhana? Why is my love so tainted by doubts and misgivings?
Oh, Nandama, when I first saw you, I fell in love immediately. It was really a love at first sight. I saw you and recognized you and remembered how many times we've done this before. And so it may be that because it was occasioned by previous experiences, then we recognized each other immediately. Or it just may be that we met for the first time in this incarnation, in these forms, and it doesn't make any difference because we recognized each other. And when we see each other and we recognize each other, we want to come closer to each other. So it's either way, it allows us to express and feel that fullness of devotion so that we can come closer and closer and closer together. Now let me ask you a question. When a piece of metal comes in close proximity to a magnet, does that piece of metal have a past life experience? Or does it just act according to its own nature? You have been doing tapasya for many, many lifetimes together. And I have done tapasya once. But when the two of us came together, there was an attraction. And how can I describe it? How can I define it? Or why should I? We both behaved according to our nature. It doesn't matter if it was a past life experience or a present life experience. What matters is the current experience. What are we feeling right now? Next.
Next question. Yes. Question from Ambika in Hermosa Beach.
Namaste, Amika. Oh, welcome to California.
Would you talk about Hatha Yoga and the best mindset to have towards it, especially in relation to Patanjali's 8 limbs? Do we have to do Hatha Yoga to quiet the mind and body? Thank you.
Yes, we do. It's very, very important, Amika. The first step of Ashtanga Yoga is jump. Take control of your life. Define your goal and define your path, and it's very important. The second step is niyam. Make a discipline and budget your time and budget your mind and budget your resources and make a place to perform your discipline. The third step is asana. Sit down. Don't move. Stay there. So Hatha Yoga is this whole system is woven. The system of Hatha Yoga permeates every form of sadhana. You can't make a goal without jump, without taking control. You can't make a discipline without without being in the bhav of yoga. You can't sit down. You can't you can't put your breath into harmony, put your body into harmony, put your breath into harmony, put your mind into harmony, and then you can move beyond. Well, Ambika, Hatha Yoga practice is compulsory, anavadya. It's necessary for what we're trying to achieve. Now, if you're talking about twisting yourself like a pretzel and bending down, and it's very, very good for your health. Look what happened to me when I stopped doing it. I grew wide instead of tall. And that's one of the pitfalls of not practicing Hatha Yoga. It's very good for your health. It's very good for your mind. It's very good for your body. It's good for there are no bad effects from practicing Hatha Yoga. However, the religion is not exercise. The Hatha Yoga and all the sadhana, all the practices are valuable to us insofar as they remind us that we've got to live a spiritual life. It's not about having a life filled with practices, and that's my religion. My religion is to live a spiritual life, holistic spirituality. I feel good about what I'm doing. I'm making a valuable contribution. I'm doing it in a nice way. I'm doing it with nice people in nice places, and I feel good about my life. Now that will be a spiritual life. Hatha Yoga is one aspect of the practice of sadhana. Chanting, meditating, contemplating, writing, speaking, singing, dancing, they're all aspects of a spiritual life. But everything we do, we want it to be as close to respectful as possible, as close to perfection as possible. Everything, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing nicely. So that's spirituality. Hatha Yoga is important in that spiritual life. But it is not the end of spiritual life. It's just one of the practices that we can perform.
Okay, so another question from Nanda. Swamiji, what can each of us do to perfect our experience when we sit for sadhana each day?
Nanda, I believe the most important ingredient is intention. Why am I doing this? What is my motivation? What compels me to come for sadhana every day? And if I can say, because I love you, and this is a privilege for me to demonstrate and define and make manifest the love that's in my heart for you, then I think that this is the most important thing that we can add, the important ingredient to add to our sadhana. This is the most important thing. It's not really how much you know. It's not really how much you understand. It's not really how long you can sit. It's not really how long you can meditate and keep your eyes closed and don't move. More important is, why do I want to do this? Why is this way of life important to me? Because I love. And I love God, and I love His scripture, and I love her bhavana, and I love her feeling. I like drawing pictures with flowers in the morning. I like putting flowers on yantras and putting powders on my nose. And I love all of these ways that you've given me to demonstrate the sincerity of my love. I'm privileged. I really feel good about it. It's the most important thing that I do. The rest that I do is important because it empowers me to do this. And this is not my goal, is just to be a worker in the factory, or an officer in the office, or a peon in the peons. My goal is to be a lover of God. So I think the most important ingredient we can add to our sadhana is the intention, the motivation, the sincerity with which we're doing all this other stuff anyway. Gotta do it. I mean, before enlightenment, we chop wood and we carry water. And after enlightenment, we chop wood and carry water. The only difference is the attitude with which we perform it.
There's a follow-up question to Nanda's first question about falling in love.
Please.
So, from Ambika.
Yes?
The follow-up is, can we experience that love at first sight on our human level? And if we do, how do we keep that love so strong? Thank you.
Ambika, you've got a little switch. It's located right here on the side. And it's just your little love switch. And you control that switch. And you just turn it on and say, hey, I'm going to be turned on. I'm just going to stay turned on right now. I'm in love. All you need is love. Just go into any situation, any circumstance, flip the switch, and turn yourself on, and just be in love. And every time you start thinking about the stuff instead of about the love, then go back and turn on the switch again. It may have reset itself. Or, there's something funky about that love switch. Sometimes it moves according to its own will. And just accidentally you may hit it or slap it or something like that, and it'll go off. When you feel yourself, you get the blahs and the blues, and you start to move and fall down a little bit, then just flip the switch and stand up again and get ready to go back to work. You can do it. It's just a decision you make about what's going on in your life. Do you want to sit around and say, poor me, when will someone come and love me? Or would you rather say, I am the lover. I don't have to wait for anybody. I am the lover, I am in love, and everything I do is the expression of that love. I believe it's a sankalpa. I believe it's a decision that we make when we go into any circumstance, and then when we're in that circumstance, hey, remember, why am I here? What am I doing here? What's the purpose of my being here? That's how you keep your love fresh all the time. Now, if your partner says, wait a minute, it's time to lay down on the couch, pop a cold one and watch the boob tube. You can say, hey partner, you can do that. Absolutely. I support that 100%. But first I'm going to give you a blast of love. And you just see how that makes your partner change. The fact that he is getting acceptance all the time, that's going to bind him to you. He can't go anywhere without his source of nourishment. Even if he steps out for a little bit, he'll quickly realize that his source of nourishment is at home. And he'll always gravitate to his source of nourishment. So that's how we're going to change this world, one love affair at a time. We're just going to go wherever we go, flip our switch, and blast them with love.
Another question from Nanda.
Nandama, namaste.
Regarding the Sundarkan, are some samputs used only with certain dohas? For example, the Hari Om, Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, you normally sing only the last doha.
That's a bad habit. It's only my habit. But it's just such a fabulous way to end the Ramayana or the Sundarkan that it brings everything to a crescendo. And it's like the ultimate way of culminating the Sundarkan part. So no, you can sing any Sanput at any time, but watch out that you don't sing all the really fast ones or loud ones or exciting ones all up front, because towards the end you'll get the blood. You don't want to run out of gas. So choose wisely. Unfortunately, I've been doing it so many years that it's become habitual, and I don't look why I do which samput at which doha. They just come out of my mouth, just out of my heart, of their own accord.
A question from Julia in San Diego.
Namaste, Julia Ma.
Ramakrishna said, there is Vedi, Bhakti, the devotion through knowledge. There is also another form of Bhakti, devotion through feeling. In the Bhakti, one follows the subtle feeling of the love of God. This is the path known by Narad.
By Narad. Okay.
If that form of devotion comes to you, you will not need to follow the Vedic karma anymore, but may do so for sheer delight. Will you speak about this and tell us a bit about it?
I sure will, Julia, because the more I love you, the more I want to learn about you. And the more I learn about you, I even have greater capacity with which to love you. And I don't believe that these paths are distinct or unique or separate in any way. You start down one and automatically they both merge. Because every time I fall in love with you, I even more I want to think, well, what can I do to demonstrate my love? What is she like? So now I'm going to take you out on a date. And when I take you, I'm going to think, well, where would she like to go? What kind of flowers should I bring you? What kind of sweets should I bring you? What kind of food shall we prepare? What kind of movie would you like to see? What kind of song could I sing for you? What could I do to demonstrate to you the sincerity of my sense of privilege that I get to be with you? So Julia, you take either path. You say, well, I want to learn about this stuff. I want to learn about what all this Sanskrit is saying. What does it mean? How do you use it? And suddenly you fall in love. Or you say, Guy, there's an ecstatic mystic. I'm looking at him right now, that ecstatic mystic from Bengaluru. Mr. Srini Baba has come to join us, the ecstatic mystic from Bengaluru. And he's this ecstasy. I'm in love with ecstasy, I think. So I'm going to find out what made him like that. Maybe I could be a little more like that too. Oh, I have to do a double PhD in accounts and finance to be an ecstatic mystic? You think that's fun? Is that what it's all about? I'm going to learn. What do I have to do to change myself to be like my beloved, or to be with my beloved, enjoying the way she is beloved, enjoying? Or I'm going to learn all the time. Gyan and Bhakti. They're not separate paths, Julia. They always come together, no matter which one you take.
I'm going to ask a question.
Oh, okay, you're more than...
So the Hanuman Chalisa mentions at the end, if you recite it 100 times, you attain great happiness. Is that like a pot that people do 100 times?
Oh yes, many people do it many times.
In one asana?
Many people do. Very few people do it. But many people do it in a weekend or in a day or in something. But I think the closer you come to doing it in one asana, the closer you come to achieving great happiness, because I don't have anything else to do. I have no other agenda but to love God, and this is a way to do it. All I got to do is park my knees down here and sit here and put some crazy glue on my seat and not move. I can stay here as long, and I've said that so many times to so many people, come to the temple, you can stay here as long as you don't go out. And you see there's nobody here. I invited, sure, you want to do sadhana, come here. You stay here as long as you stay here. As soon as you get up, you're out. And you see, I've got this big, beautiful, empty temple. Nobody took me up on the offer. They all wanted to sit in the kitchen and talk about enlightenment. Oh, my knees hurt. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, I can't sit. I can't.
So, one more question from Ambika.
Namaste, Ambika.
She says, your answers tonight are so filled with love and inspiration, and Shakti and Bhav. I don't have another question to ask other than, what further inspiration do you want to give us tonight?
I want to give you the location of the switch. It's just here on the right side, and it looks like I got an itch, but really it's a switch. It's not an itch. So anytime you want, Ambika, just turn on your switch and make yourself full of love. And take that bhava, and take that shakti, and take that privilege and that opportunity and make your love manifest. Namaste. Any other question?
Those were all the questions they had to ask.
Om Swami Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got a big weekend this weekend. Oh, today's only Thursday. Well, tomorrow we can do it again. So we would continue until we finish the book, and tomorrow is the Bajrang Bang, and that's pretty neat too. Let's see, we got Rami and Srini are here for this week. And then Ram Kripaluji is coming in on Sunday, and we've got lots of stuff going on, so tune in and join us as much as you can, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste. Namaste. Pranam.
Nanda says, Swamiji, we are all so overwhelmed with your answers and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, pranam! Pranam! I didn't want to overwhelm anyone. But pranam. Have a beautiful night or morning or afternoon or wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. Nice to have Ambika on the West Coast.